Well, hello again, and greetings from the dank basement. I am your wicked Uncle Squinty, Paul Schalbetter, and it is allergy season again. You know, Minnesota has about 1,500 allergy seasons a year. I exaggerate to clarify. But it is kind of an allergic time, or an allergenic time, here in southeastern Minnesota. Now, how do I deal with allergies? Okay, I'm going to let you in on a couple of little secrets, and they're very important secrets. First of all, no secret, I'm not a doctor. Secondly, no tobacco product is approved by the federal U.S. Food and Drug Administration as a medicine. That being said, these are my experiences. How do I deal with allergies and cold symptoms and the like? Well, one of the things that I use for self-treatment are medicated nasal snuffs. Now, if you are a beginning snuff taker, and many of my viewers are, you guys that are much more experienced, just be patient with me. But if you're a beginning snuff taker, you may have seen in the various snuff shops, online or whatever, snuffs that are referred to as medicated snuffs. Now that would imply that they are supposed to be used medicinally. Well, the Food and Drug Administration says you can't say that. So again, I'm not a doctor. Oh my God, coffee belch. I'm so sorry. That just came out of nowhere. That was attractive. My mama raised me better than that. Oh my God, coffee burp. That's horrible. All right, getting back to what I was saying, I'm not a doctor. I am just a belcher. And so therefore, these are just my experiences. But what it does work for me to take a medicated snuff of one kind or another. Now, what is a medicated snuff? A medicated snuff is a snuff whose original recipe was intended to treat cold, allergy, or other illness symptoms. Whether they're approved or not, that's what I use them for. And I have a couple of favorites, Hedges L260, that I call the Booger Boulder Buster. If I had concrete up my nostrils, I'm pretty sure Hedges would get through it. I also like the 6 photo number 666 medicated because it also contains medicinal herbs from the Ayurvedic Indian medicinal or medical tradition. All right. But there are others you can use as well. Now, what is a medicated snuff? Medicated snuff is powdered tobacco that contains some combination of the following ingredients, most notably menthol, sometimes eucalyptus, sometimes camphor, sometimes anise seed. And if it is an Indian medicated snuff, it will probably contain some of those medicinal herbs that I just referred to, as in the 6 photo number 666. All right. Not all snuffs containing menthol, however, are considered to be medicated snuffs. This is a good example, the JBR range from Purcell. You know, Purcell puts menthol in, I guess, about 90% of their snuffs. And they use it as a preservative and to augment the nicotine a little bit. You do get a bigger nicotine rush from mentholated snuffs. And it also opens up your nostrils a little bit so you can perceive the aromas in the snuff a little bit better and get more enjoyment out of them. But that doesn't make them a medicated snuff. All right. Not all medicated snuffs contain menthol, and not all mentholated snuffs are considered medicated. Are you with me so far? All right. Now, as I said, you're going to have some combination typically of that menthol, that eucalyptus, that camphor, and maybe a pinch or two of anise seed extract. This helps your body deal with allergens essentially by opening up your nostrils, allowing you to breathe, and at the same time promoting the production of a lot of mucus, which will rinse the allergens out of your nose when you blow your nose. That's the idea. Are you with me so far? Good. I'm glad. All right, now, but there is a problem. In fact, there are a couple of problems with medicated snuffs. First of all, as I said, they're really not approved by the U.S. government as being medicines. They maybe should be, but it's the demon tobacco. Never mind that they put alcohol in children's cough medicines still in some cases. But no, that's perfectly okay, but tobacco is not. The demon tobacco. I get it. I understand it. I understand England is trying to go completely tobacco-free by 2030. Good luck with that, United Kingdom. I wish you the best. This is not a medicated snuff. I'm trying to finish up this tin of McChrystal's Mild Lemon. It was opened recently, but the tin itself is about 5 years on the shelf. It is now called Sicilian Burst, and I'm just kind of going through it. So here we go. Cheers. Now, aside from the problem with the fact that they are not approved medications, medicated snuffs that contain menthol can also cause something that is called menthol rebound. That happens when you use too much of it, and instead of opening up your nose, it causes the mucous membranes inside your nose to swell. Now, what that means is your nose is going to be closed up again. So the trick, in my experience with using medicated snuff, is to use very little and use it infrequently. But they do work, at least in my experience. Let me tell you about last night. It is a beautiful night, mid-60s, pretty good breeze. And if I say mid-60s in the United States, for you folks that live in the metric world, that is somewhere between 16 and 18 degrees Celsius. Okay. So it's the middle of the night, and I wake up, and there's a lot of allergens out there. And not only are there the fall pollens, but there's also still quite a lot of smoke from the Canadian and northern Minnesota forest fires that are making their way through our area. So I wake up absolutely unable to breathe through my nose. It is plugged up like crazy. I know that if I go back to sleep, I will be mouth breathing. That means in the morning I will probably wake up with an irritated soft palate, an irritated dry throat, and a very angry wife because of the apnea and the snoring. So what I did is I took a very small pinch of Hedges L260. After blowing my nose just so I could open up just a little bit of space, I took that tiny pinch, divided it between two nostrils, took it up my nose, covered the can, and laid back down. It took a while, but in about 15 to 20 minutes, I was again able to breathe through my nose, and I stopped there. Now, the mucus production must have continued for a very long time because I woke up with only one nostril slightly plugged, but the other one completely open. And I was still able to breathe with effort through both nostrils. Had I taken the pinch more than once, I know with my body chemistry, had I taken the pinch more than once within about an hour's time, it would have had the opposite effect. So menthol rebound is a real big deal. Now, what can you do if you start to get menthol rebound? Nasal saline solution. It's easy to make at home. You can buy packets that you can mix with distilled water, or you can just buy the little spray bottles. They're not expensive. And if you live in the United States, Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, dollar stores even sell nasal saline. It's cheap. You should keep a couple of bottles on hand. Please do not share your bottle of saline with anyone else in your household, as if you do touch them to your nostril, which you will, you could be spreading germs with them. But use a little nasal saline. Another thing that I will do is switch to an SP snuff. Something, again, with my body chemistry. Something about the bergamot, I suspect, in SP snuffs works a little bit like menthol and will help me get my nose back open, even if I'm suffering from the horrid menthol rebound. Those are my comments on medicated snuffs and allergy seasons. Remember, no tobacco product in the United States of America is approved by the government for use as a medication. The video that you have just watched is not intended to be medical advice. I am not a healthcare professional. I am simply relating my own experiences with medicated nasal snuffs. I have to put in the disclaimer because I don't want YouTube to slap me with a third strike. And I already have 2 of them, probably because I'm talking about tobacco. YouTube has gotten, shall we say, very liberal in the way that they censor or at least try to restrict tobacco-related videos. This has caused a lot of guys and gals who normally do tobacco reviews to back off on them. I am not backing off on them, and I will not monetize this channel because YouTube will not let me monetize this channel because the principal focus is on tobacco. But I got to put in all those disclaimers. Thank you for your patience. Please keep your nose clean. And by God, if you've got some snuff, now would be a great time to just sniff it. Oh, and speaking of sniff it, today is the 7th of September. That means you have about 4 days left to enter the big September Nasal Snuff Giveaway. The prize is a 50-gram economy bag of Toke USA whiskey and honey that will be delivered to your door if you are the lucky winner. It is simple to enter. Send me an email with just the phrase "sniff it!" in the subject line. In the body of the email, please write your email address, a name you would like to be called on screen should you win, and your postal address. The information will not be sold or otherwise shared, and all entries will be deleted after the contest is over, after the drawing is over. 1 entry per household, please. You have to be over the age of 18, or if the legal tobacco use age where you live is higher, you have to be that age. You have to be a subscriber to the channel, and if you have won any of my giveaways during 2021, you are not eligible to enter. Otherwise, the contest is open to all subscribers worldwide. In the event that I have to ship snuff outside the United States, I cannot be responsible for import duties, taxes, tariffs, or packages lost in the mail. You accept the risk, and I just lose the money for both the snuff and shipping it to you, but it will not be replaced. From the Dank Basement, that's it. Have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, and we will talk to you very soon. Still waiting for my order from Toke Snuff, which contains a bunch of Rosinskis and many surprises. You're going to want to stay tuned. Thanks for subscribing, liking, and keeping your eye on the channel. I do this for you, for the love of snuff. Cheers. Sicilian Burst, formerly known as mild lemon. Yum.